Shawn?
Turn it the fuck!
That was crazy. Guys, welcome into the PHNX Sun Devil Show, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, even leave a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast.
Star review.
I'm Anthony Totri.
Yeah,
the man to my right is Shawn DePaz, and the man to my left is none other than Shane the Deef.
The beef.
Bach. Oh, I forgot the Deef and Beef.
The
Bach.
Deef?
The
Wait
Deef and
for
Beef
it.
Bach.
The deef with the most beef.
The Deef. Okay.
We
Guys,
have the meats.
it is time to meet us on Mill once
Meet us on the
again,
strip, baby.
because Arizona State did the thing on back-to-back nights in the 2023 Pac-12 Tournament. They took down the USC Trojans. Final score 77-72 in favor of Arizona State. A lot to get to tonight, guys. We got to talk about the rotations. We got to talk about the Cambridge brothers. We got to talk about the rivalry part 3 that we're going to see tomorrow night. But Shane, I'm going to start with you. First and foremost, what does this win mean for ASU's postseason hopes?
You're in.
You're in.
You're in. You punched your ticket tonight. You're in the tournament.
Damn
I'm going to say it right
straight.
now. You're in the tournament. No matter how clenched we were the entire game,
Very true.
USC didn't lead for a second. Not one single second after that 8-0 start. They did not lead for a single second. This was one of the best displays I've seen a Bobby Hurley team put on.
Yeah.
USC is a very, very good team who's playing its best basketball right now. And
Another tournament team.
Another tournament team, and you just dominated for 40 minutes. You know, you wanted to give it away a little bit, and it felt like that, but it only felt like that because of the implications on the line, because of what we know, because of what we saw last year. Nothing matters. They won the game. They're in the tournament, and now you got a rematch with the U of A tomorrow.
Nothing really matters.
What about for you, Shawn?
Anyone
Obviously,
can see.
to Shane's point about
Nothing really matters.
ASU punching their
later.
ticket, what do you
ASU is
think
dancing.
about this team tonight and the way they played? Because we talked about it on the sideline, just about the energy, the production, the hustle. It felt like a team that was hungry to get an NCAA tournament.
Yeah, it really just seemed like they all wanted it more than USC, which they probably did. USC didn't really need to win this. Well, I mean, I'm sure they wanted to. It's not like it's not U of A, but ASU just came out like they wanted it more, and it was whistle to whistle. They were on it the whole time. They were jumping for balls. The energy that you saw on the bench, or the energy you saw when they were playing good defense specifically, everybody was about it. Like, you could just tell that they were enjoying it. And I don't know that you didn't really say that against Oregon State. You saw it tonight, and I think you saw that in the results.
Yeah.
Dude, like Ben says in the chat, impressive. This was impressive.
It was convincing.
From start to finish. And I know it was amplified because of the fact that we were right behind them.
Yeah.
But I've been to almost every single home game they've had this year, and we're pretty close to the bench. We're behind the media section's behind the away bench, but we can hear stuff, especially on a Thursday when it's not packed. You can hear stuff.
Yeah.
It was never like this. And I want to give a shout out to, I don't know who is behind us, sitting directly behind us.
Yeah.
But whether it's somebody who travels with the team, they're definitely
They have a connection,
affiliated with the team because they were engaging with the players and the staff a little bit. But they helped bring that energy the entire night. I had to turn around and dap one of them up. I'm like, you guys rock.
They
helped.
They were given energy that the players wanted to give but couldn't because they get teed up. They were yelling at the refs. The 9-4-2 crew was awesome. Listen, I know we're media. We're not supposed to. We got to be professional in the.
We were
in the scene.
professional.
We were, but when I walked up past the 9-4-2 crew, I got a little live. I'm not gonna lie. I got a little live. They were enjoying it. We were enjoying it. We saw Peter. He was enjoying it. It was just let's fucking go. Yeah. I had one of the kids just look at me in the eyes and yell, "Turn me up!" But I've never felt more accomplished in my entire life.
Yeah. Yep.
Look, what Arizona State did tonight, not only massive for 2023 and what's to come through the rest of March, right? But I think Bobby Hurley, what he did tonight is he showed you, and honestly, he flipped us. It felt like he flipped us the bird, right? Because we've talked a lot, I think, whether it be on air or off air.
The rotations.
Exactly.
But I didn't get to that yesterday, and I was so mad at myself last night.
There were what he did tonight in terms of rotations. I do want to finish my thought just in terms of Bobby Hurley proved tonight that his style of coaching can be successful.
Yeah.
It can be successful in March. It can be successful in this conference. And I think there was a point in this season, right, where they lost, 4 of 6 or 5 of 6, where there were fans that were questioning, us included, of like, maybe this doesn't work, right? Maybe you do need to tear it down. And I tweeted today that if Arizona State and Bobby Hurley were able to get an NCAA tournament bid, Bobby would be the first Arizona State coach in the last 30-plus seasons to get the Sun Devils to the NCAA tournament for a third time.
Yeah.
To your point earlier about him punching a ticket, he's one of the best Arizona State basketball coaches in the last 30-plus seasons, and I think it's time to finally start giving him a little bit of that respect.
Absolutely. And I think one of the major criticisms we've had of him previously is his I don't know if it's a lack of ability or desire to adapt and change. He kind of just kept rocking with the same thing.
Yeah.
But I want to give you the opportunity. The difference between what was wrong with the rotations yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday there were 4 to 6 minute periods where ASU couldn't get a shot to fall and couldn't even get a good look, and it's in part because of the rotations. When you lose a guy like Austin Nunez, who's really your only scoring off the bench, you have to replace it somehow, and you have to change up rotations, and they didn't do that yesterday. They kind of kept it the same, and you'd see lineups with your Gaffneys, who love him, been playing great this tournament, but not a true scorer.
Yeah.
Jemiah Neal, who can be, but he shouldn't have to be a scorer, like you were saying earlier. Duke Brennan, who
his contribution is not offensive.
Very raw offensively. Luther Muhammad, who can get hot, whatever. But you had these rotations, and they just
you had your only 2 scorers on the bench at the same time.
And so tonight, we barely saw
Flawless.
Dez or DJ.
I can't think of many moments where they were both out of the game at the same time.
Never.
But I will say, though, if there was a game to do that, it would have been today because Jemiah played amazing. I think the entire bench played well. They played much better than they did yesterday.
The entire team played well.
It was head to toe.
I don't know if anybody played poorly. I mean, Frankie's the only thing I can put out. He had bad moments, but he picked himself up multiple times.
And I want to bring this up before I forget it. It's like the players, sure, but even like the assistants, the trainers. Yeah. Like there was at one point that Shane and I noticed where one of the assistants turned to the other assistant and started hyping it. Let's fucking go. Good fucking job. Like hyping him up for something that he did. I don't know exactly what it was, a play or some advice.
He was talking. And he said, great talking. He was talking to the players on defense, and one assistant said to the other, that was great talking. Great communication.
It was awesome.
It's amazing.
And that's what you see from this team. It's unfortunate because I think there was a stretch here where you didn't really see this energy. It didn't really feel like they were one cohesive unit. And in this tournament, specifically tonight, they were one cohesive unit. People in jerseys, people in polos, people in shirts and ties, all of them were about it.
Yeah, guys, we're not just like on a hotel balcony. We're still outside of
T-Mobile Arena.
Great eyes, Joe.
Look, I do want to get to the numbers of tonight's game because
we do have a video if you guys want to play it.
What's the video?
It's Dez Cambridge. Michaela is getting us this, so shout out Michaela Perkins. Dez saying about how he didn't play great yesterday, and his teammates picked him up, so he had to show up for his teammates today. So we'll go ahead and roll that sound.
I mean, it felt good, but at the end of the day, that's what I knew. I had to come ready to play today. Yesterday, I didn't play well, but my teammates, they did, and they lifted me up, and I take that personally because my teammates put a lot of trust in me, so I feel like I need to get that back to them, and that's why I did what I did today.
His teammates trusted him, and he delivered 27 big ones.
Casual. Wait, how many points did Dev have? Dev have? He had 11. We're taking shots tonight. I'm taking shots tonight.
Yeah, we're taking shots tonight.
I'm taking shots tonight.
Look, 27 points, and I think it's kind of funny because at a point today, we had talked about the UCLA freshman that had scored 26 points, and we were sitting at a sports book. We're just like, I don't think we've had an ASU player score that many points all season long, right? We would have made a lot more fuss about it. And Des Cambridge must have heard that from Park MGM upstairs before the game because he dropped 27, and it wasn't like like a sneaky 27. It was like you turn on the channel and every couple minutes you're like, who the fuck is number 4?
Yeah, no, and I mean, I mentioned it in our breakdown before yesterday's game. Dev did not end the season well. The last 2 games, I believe he scored 10 and 5, and then yesterday he didn't have a great game. And it's certainly concerning because when you look at how that game went yesterday, if your best player's not playing, we said it 100 times now, if you're playing anyone other than Oregon State or Cal, you lose that game. He needed to be better. He needed to be good tonight. He didn't necessarily even have to be this great.
He was great tonight.
But he needed to be really good tonight, and he was. He was more than really good.
He was Mike Luke on the blackjack table good.
I thought you were going to say Michael Jordan. I'm like, yes.
I know we've said it a couple
that's
times. I know we said it a couple times, but definitively, overall, was this the best game ASU basketball has ever played?
From start to finish?
This season, yeah.
I would say yes. And I think there was a point in the game, halftime. They were up 14. We went to go to get like water or coffee or whatever, and we're talking, okay, we've seen this before. We've seen this story by Bobby Hurley teams in the past, whether it be this season or long before.
But what was the question that you asked me when we were getting...
The question I asked you was, do you remember the last time ASU...
No, you said, have they given up a 14-point lead before?
Have they given up a 14-point lead?
And then later when we were back on press row, you were like, oh... the last time they gave up a 14-point lead? It was right here.
Right here. T-Mobile Arena last year to Stanford.
By the way, fuck Stanford. They ruined a parlay. They ruined a parlay.
I hit one. I hit my first bet I made in Vegas.
Cash money.
So did I.
Boom.
Because of you.
Boom.
Arkansas, baby.
Shout out Jalen Graham.
Get on the must bus, baby.
Must bus.
Okay.
Get on board.
Let's get to the numbers. Why don't we? Guys, the only number that we genuinely care about tonight is that final score, 77-72 in favor of Bobby Hurley's squad. You look at the way these two teams shot tonight, 42% for USC, 39% for the Sun Devils. And then you look at the way that these two teams shot from behind the arc. It's something we haven't really seen from Arizona State much of at all this season, right? ASU shooting 44% from behind the arc. And guess what? USC shooting 38% as well. They had themselves a decent night, but ASU was just overpowering from a shooting perspective.
A little bit better.
You look at the way that this team assisted the ball tonight. 15 for Arizona State, 9 for USC. And I want to say that ASU had 8 assists at halftime to USC's 1. And then second chance points tonight. A number that I'm not accustomed to seeing ASU win when it comes to by the numbers. 21 second chance points for the Sun Devils, 13 for the Trojans. Shawn, what number stands out?
I mean, it's those second chance points because it's something that I mentioned to you during the game. A lot of bounces that this team was getting, they did not get for most of the season. In fact, the other team was getting. I pointed out a specific play where I forget who took a shot, and they missed it, and it bounced straight out to the corner for Dez to get the rebound. Yeah. And we saw that so much happen to ASU. They just got a lot of bounces, and they capitalized on those opportunities a bunch. And again, the assist numbers. You know when this team plays their best basketball, they're playing as a team. It's not the same stuff that we saw earlier in the season where everyone's just kind of doing their own thing. They played a team game from start to finish, and you saw that in all of those numbers, really, but specifically those last two that I mentioned.
I would like to create a new statistic for the game of basketball. I want to create the Dev. When you jump really high, and you don't have to touch the ball. You can touch the ball, but you jump really high, and it somehow leads to whether you hit somebody when it's not a foul, or you just kind of flail and the air pushes the ball a little bit, or you just scare someone, or you touch the ball and it leads to a second chance point. That's one Dev. And he had a lot of those tonight. He was so damn big on the glass, scoring whatever you needed from Dev, whatever you need from everybody.
It was what you said earlier. This was a cohesive unit, right? Everybody that was wearing maroon and gold tonight showed up with a single purpose, and that was to beat USC from start to finish. 100%. To be the best basketball team that was playing in T-Mobile Arena in this game, and that's what they were.
Gary's asking about the rebound numbers. What was the final total?
I believe it was tied.
So Arizona State had 34 total rebounds, and USC also had 34 total rebounds.
That's the discrepancy.
Yeah, offensive rebounds just 8 for USC to ASU's 14. Again, this is, I want to say, the second game in a row that ASU has won the offensive rebounding battle, which all the flowers in the world to our man, Duke Brennan, because this is what he does, right? He does it all the time. Joe in the chat, death, taxes, and Totri saying the only number we care about is the final score.
I know. I never called you off of that, but you do say that every single time.
No, I do. It's on purpose.
Yeah, I know,
right?
I love it.
Joe, you're going to tell me that out of all the numbers
you care about
that you could choose, you care about any of the numbers more than that one? Come on now, guys. Danny in the chat, we got to play like this tomorrow. Absolutely.
Gary, same thing.
We are 100% going to get to that rivalry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to talk on the rivalry. I'll wait until
we'll get to the rivalry at one point. Before we do that, guys, shout out Circle K. We're excited to partner with our friends.
We wouldn't be here without them.
Exactly. Check out your local Circle K for the best coffee, beer, and snack selection, not to mention the premium gas. Yes, they did fuel our journey
Up here, yeah.
to Las Vegas.
Specifically,
all the snacks, all the gas.
Circle K brand coffee and Circle K brand lightly salted almonds.
Circle K brand gummy sharks.
Oh yeah. He fed me a gummy shark while I was driving.
He did do
It was
that.
so good.
I tried to feed Totri one, but he
yeah,
didn't.
like I
It's not a
remember
big other people feeding me thing.
I don't know why. I remembered
How
gummy
did you
sharks
survive as
being
a
like
baby?
I didn't really get a choice in that one. It wasn't like I could be like, no, don't do it. Guys, on top of the beautiful partnership that we've got with Circle K, to kick things off, we teamed up with them for an amazing giveaway opportunity. Go ahead and pull out your phone
Honk.
right now. Pull it out. Pull the phone out. Text PHNX to 31310. I'm going to say it one more time for all of you with hard of hearing or that just got your phone out your pocket like Shawn. Text PHNX to
You can't see that.
31310 for an opportunity. He did it to win an opportunity to win a $500 gas card. See show notes for more details. God, I love it. I love Circle K. You know what else I love?
Burrito Express.
dude.
That was crazy.
I'm not. We might.
I'm having withdrawals.
We might.
That's true.
I'm not going to tell Mac this. We might go there before we go back to the office. We might have to stop there first.
That's fine by me. I mean, we could do it on the way to the ASU softball game.
Yeah, we were thinking about going to the ASU softball game on Sunday.
I mean,
U of A this
look,
weekend.
ASU softball player Jazz Hill. She's one of their new NIL athletes on top of ASU football player Elijah Badger, and guys are going to receive support in cash, clothes, and of course burritos. Anytime that you guys go to Burrito Express, you are also now supporting some
funny.
Arizona State athletes as well. Guys, go ahead, check out. They got locations all across the valley, and give them a follow on social at Burrito EXP. Why
cool.
was that
Keep it
so
cool. I don't know.
like? Keep it cool. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know why. It's just kind of one of those things where you laugh a little bit, and then I laugh a little more, and then I just started laughing.
Yeah, there you go. I do want to get to bottle service because. Go ahead.
We do have another video whenever you guys want it.
Let's get it. Let's get
Okay.
it. Let's hear from them. They'd rather hear from us than us.
This is
that was
I was
not
gonna say,
English.
they would rather listen to
They'd rather hear from them than us.
This is Dez and Bobby talking about the third time playing USC, basically.
Like I said, we owed them, well, two of them. You know, they beat us twice. I feel like we should have came out last game and won that game, but you know, we didn't finish strong. But we know we could beat them, and we played hard today. We did it with a tip, and I think everybody's locked in and on the same page. You know, we're excited to play. You know, play our rivals tomorrow. You know, handle that.
Saying, you know, USC is a really good team. It feels great because we know how good they are, and they're an NCAA Tournament team and one of the best defensive teams in the country, and have two guys that could take over a game. So when you're able to accomplish something like that, you feel great about it.
Yeah, USC definitely has themselves some dogs in Kobe Johnson, Boogie Ellis, and Drew Peterson. ASU was due, right? They were due for a win over USC, and USC had their number. Not just this season. You look back to last season, right? And I want to say the three-headed monster in the Pac-12 that is USC, UCLA, and Arizona, really the cream of the crop of the Conference of Champions. And I would say that Arizona State for the last few years has matched up most poorly against USC. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean,
USC is. Oh, when is the last time they beat USC?
I can't think of the
January.
last
they went 0 for last year, didn't they? And then
Yeah, they
went 0 for
didn't. They
this
didn't
year?
win last year.
I don't.
It's
remember.
before I lived in the state of
I
Arizona.
don't know
think.
the last time they beat USC. Can somebody in the chat find that for us?
We appreciate you guys.
But yeah.
I mean, how many points did Boogie Ellis have?
15.
15.
Look at Drew Peterson's shooting splits. 2 for 12.
Yeah,
2 for
2
like
for
that's
12, 2 for 5.
that is what this team does, man.
3 of his 9 points came from the charity stripe.
And you like I know we're gonna get to the rivalry tomorrow, but I mean you look at a team like Arizona who has shooters who are rather inconsistent. Kirk Risa, you play defense like this, you're gonna beat a lot of teams that rely on shooting like that. If you keep Boogie Ellis under 20 points, that is a massive W for me. You get Peterson to shoot the way he did, or I guess didn't. That's a massive W.
I would live with that. If you would have shown me, I don't need to see the final score. If you show me these shooting splits for USC, I tell you Arizona State wins.
Yeah, honestly, even if they lost that game, this game, and they kept Boogie and Peterson to those stats, I would be like, well, what are you going to do? Like, you did what you needed to do and you still lost.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They won.
And last night, right, before we get into bottle service, one of the things that I think we really harped on was scoring from your bench guys, because you hadn't got a lot of that lately.
You had 0 bench points in the first half.
And so we agreed that if ASU was able to get 10 points from one bench player, that they'd win. They got 9 from Jemiah Neal. It wasn't 10, but my goodness, it felt like they were getting buckets. Or Jemiah specifically was just getting buckets. You're like, if he scores like this, you can't stop this team.
No,
right?
not,
if he's like their third scoring option in that specific rotation, that is a tough team to stop.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about, and it was a point that I had brought up during the game is the difference between yesterday and today with the rotations is Jemiah was on the floor with Dez or DJ, and that allowed it to be where he was not the primary scoring option. I think that freed him up a little bit because with yesterday he had an okay game, but it wasn't great in large part because he was the center of the offense when he was on the court because the only other scorers on the team were on the bench. I think Bobby put him in a position to succeed. I'm sorry, I spit on your laptop.
That was crazy.
I am really sorry.
Fucking wet and wild on my screen right now.
It wasn't just like a tiny bit. It was
bubbly.
Hey, you got some here,
it was
brother.
bubbly.
Oh, man.
February
wild.
8th, 2020 is what Joe's saying. So
February
COVID,
2020.
I moved out here in August of 2020. They had not beaten USC since I was an Arizona resident.
BS.
Wow.
Look, man,
Before
they got
Shawn.
the
I
dub.
thought you were like bullshit.
They got the dub tonight. Let's go ahead and get in the bottle service. There are plenty of options, but to be honest with you,
I think there's really only one.
there really is only one.
Bobby!
Bobby fucking Hurley got himself bottle service tonight. Man, that dude deserves a celebration.
That dude deserves some food.
Yeah, he does. Wow, I keep forgetting that he does not eat.
And he has to smell the media food that the Pac-12 graciously gave us, and it's delicious.
Yeah.
Why? Tell me why he's getting bottle service tonight.
Well, first of all, he's a Diet Coke fiend. You notice that when you're watching him up close. But I mean, just an absolute masterclass for him tonight in terms of coaching, whether it be rotations, timeouts. He is such an underrated play caller out of timeouts. There weren't as many sets that worked like to get a bucket.
Yeah.
But just the what he always draws up.
That three out the timeout.
I think unfortunately they've used it so much, but they have 3 or 4 plays where they swing it across the 3-point arc, and then Dev comes and catches a lob, and that play has kind of been scouted so much that it doesn't work anymore. But just the fact that you can count on this man to draw up a bucket pretty much whenever you need it out of a timeout is huge. And we talked about the rotations. I mean, when an entire team plays well, when guys step up that haven't stepped up in a while, when Alonzo Gaffney hits a 3 from the top of the key to cut it or to stretch the lead to 16 late, and everybody's playing well off the bench, it's the coach, and that's Bobby fucking Hurley.
Yeah. And I mean, I think you even saw it late in the game. He called the timeout when they had the game pretty much in hand, but it was like one of those things where you just want to make sure that they're calm and they understand the situation.
You want some
pad. It easily could have not called the timeout there, but I think to your point, he coached his best game since I've been covering Arizona State basketball, in my opinion. I think
from start to finish, too.
Start to finish. You mentioned we talked about the rotations a bunch already. But for me, it's like I said earlier, that change is representative of, I guess, almost a revelation in the fact that he will adapt. He will change. It was. Yeah, I don't think anyone deserved it. Without Bobby, they do not win this game tonight. Because you have to also remember, yesterday was not convincing. He had to get them back up for this game, and he did.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed. Coach Evan B brought this up. He said no one being in foul trouble sure helped outside of Frankie with 2 in the first half.
Yeah.
Dez had 3 fouls pretty quick into the second half, I want to say. He was out for a pretty significant amount of time.
He was.
And, yeah, just playing smart.
But that's when Jemiah started going crazy.
Yeah, and knowing when to put your guys in.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Coach Evan B makes a great point. That helps a lot, especially with the rotations. Jack and Diet Coke for Bobby, dripping with Carey says.
Dude.
You think he's going to be at the
Jack and Coke,
the
literally the very first drink that I got drunk off of.
Really?
Yeah, to be honest with you.
Mine was Bud Lights.
Bud Light? You got drunk off Bud Light?
Mine was cake vodka.
What the fuck?
Cake flavored.
The first time I ever got drunk at college, though, Fireball. Haven't drank it since.
Fireball.
You say at college, not in college?
Yeah, that is weird of you.
Did I say at college?
You say at college.
Yeah, I didn't.
Not
I
in
don't
college.
think I would normally say that.
Okay, just
Yeah,
double
no,
checking.
Keep me honest.
No, I'm just,
Yeah.
you say kale, all that shit. You say it weird. So I just didn't know if that was one of those things.
Oh, no, that's not fair.
Look, I want to get into the Cambridge brothers. We already talked a little bit about Dez and his scoring and everything that he was able to provide. I want to give a bunch of flowers to Dev, too, right? Because you were beating the drum over there for a little bit. Him and Jemiah, they're the Energizer bunnies here on
He
this
was quite
team.
literally beating the
Quite
drum.
literally beating the drum.
He wasn't literally doing that.
No, you were.
No, you were.
but
Shane was.
I was literally
pretending to beat a drum.
There
He
you
was
go.
literally miming.
What
Yeah.
what is something that you oh my god.
We
What
had
is something
inside
that-
jokes.
What is something that what?
What is something that you guys see from Dev that you haven't seen from an Arizona State basketball player this season or last year when we were covering the team? Dev, yeah. What are the intangible stuff that he has that other guys just simply do not have?
I've never seen somebody want a basketball more than anyone else.
Whoa.
Like
Duke Brennan.
No,
no, I'm kidding.
The man is a heat-seeking missile.
Yeah.
Whether it be early in the game or late in the game, or even when you shouldn't be doing it and jumping over the back and giving USC free throws when you're up 5, that could have been a disaster.
Yeah.
But he just wants it. The intangible stuff is what makes him different.
Yeah, and I think he's great at like kind of moving on and forgetting plays. He had a couple of bad mistakes in the second half where like the lane violation on the free throws. There was one over the back call he got when he was trying to do a putback, and you could tell that he was very visibly frustrated. But as soon as I got to the other side of the court, he was back. And I think that is the mark of a great player. I mean,
he's got a motor.
Yeah, when I say great player, I don't mean he's the best in the country. I mean, like, it's a sign of a good basketball player, like a guy.
Can we also just think about, like, I remember when we were previewing this team over the summer when the Cambridge brothers announced they were transferring to ASU.
It was very much a Dez and Dev.
Yeah, and I brought some tape and whatever to the chat and everyone else's attention, saying Dez is at that time 16 whatever point per game scorer at Nevada, and is a walking bucket, can create his own shot. Devan is this high flying guy who didn't produce many points, but can really light the whole game on fire with his athleticism. But we didn't in no world did I expect him to not only start but contribute as much as he has.
Yeah.
And just how much he's excelled as a player, hitting 2 huge threes tonight with the most confidence. I mean, like the most discouraging threes you could ever imagine. Down in the shot clock, there's 3 seconds left in the shot clock. Oh, let's throw it to Dev for a bad shot.
Yeah.
Contested, water, or as the people were saying behind us, Cash App.
Water.
Cash App.
Water.
Vontaze Buckshanks in the chat. Zylan Cheatham, come on. But in all seriousness, that's who he resembles, like his motor to me. Like a guy that is not going to stop. He is literally, before every game, he's the type of player that you line up against, and you're like, God damn it, this motherfucker. You get to the 5-minute mark.
He's not going to make anything
game
easy for you.
No, you get to the 5-minute mark in the game, you are exhausted. Whether they're up 20 or you're up 20. This is a guy that you're like, dude, can you just come on, I'm gonna slow down, you slow down, let's chill. And he's just like, nah, dude, I'm just gonna fucking go.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah, and
right?
You see that in the way he plays defense. Both of them really I am watching Dez play defense here has been awesome.
He lateral
movement is incredible. I know you're talking about Dev. I know you've been on it, but it's one thing to see it in person. Exactly, it's unbelievable. It's both of them. It's the energy. Like I said, Dev does not make anything easy for you, and I'm not going to sit here and say he's like the MVP of the team, but
Dez?
No, Dev. Oh. Dez is for sure, but Dev, if he does not provide the unexpected offense that he has this year, this team has lost a lot more games.
Yeah.
And so I think he's very much the unsung hero of this team.
Still undefeated when he has 10+ points.
That's crazy.
I believe they're 14-0.
One thing that I don't think that we've talked a whole lot about on this show, we've obviously talked about what their brotherhood means, right? Their synergy, their chemistry, whatever. But in terms of what they're able to do on the court, not just Dez and Dev, but I feel like brothers in general when they play basketball, right? Like, these kids grew up with each other playing ball one-on-one. Like, they couldn't probably even tell you how many times that they have played 21 together or pick up basketball, right? Like, that is the definition of iron sharpening iron. And when you get to a college-level program where you want to be great, whether that be in the Pac-12 or you are that just dog of a team, right? Like, it comes in guys like this, not in practice, right? These are guys that have been literally practicing against each other their entire life, sharpening their game. And that's what you get when you get brothers, right? Odds are there is going to be one that's better at some stuff than the other, and I think that's what you see. Dez knows he's the scorer. Dev knows who he is as well, right? And I don't want to.
He also knows what he can do. Like, he knows that he is more than what people thought he was going to be.
Yes, absolutely. They are phenomenal, and I think you saw that tonight. For anybody that this was their first Arizona State basketball game tonight, and they never have to watch another one, I think you saw number 4 and number 35. They are going to give you 120% no matter what. And they're going to do it in 2 different ways.
Even if they're fine, which they're not, they're very good. Even if they're fine, having 2 brothers on a team that's winning is so fun.
And
it is so fun. Shout out the Mobleys.
Yeah, getting back to the energy that they have. Like, you saw it near the end of the game when they started feeling it, and Dez started talking.
Yeah.
He was talking big shit to the crowd, to the other team.
He didn't need that dunk at the end.
No,
but
he did
that's
not.
what I love about Dez. So Dez is so, like...
He's a gamer, dog.
He is. But he's not like, I'm going to say something stupid and get in your face. Like, he's very emotional. And when he
He's
talks,
not Dylan Brooks.
When he talks a lot like Dev or Devin Booker.
Yeah.
He talks through people and he talks to the bench.
Yeah,
and he talks
exactly.
to his own fans.
Yes.
And the crowd. But he never says anything stupid.
Yeah.
When
It's
he
about
argues
us.
calls, it's I'm pissed, and then he gets up and he goes,
What I do?
What did I do wrong?
He's so calm.
He's great.
Yeah.
And that's a guy that has played basketball 4 or 5 years
And when
at
you're
a high level.
and that changes teams. If your best player is a hothead and doesn't have composure like that, because you love your leader having an energy like that, but it's a double-edged sword. When he has that kind of composure, I think it resonates with the rest of the team, and maybe not Bobby, but the rest of the team. It is. I don't think you could. I don't know. We're going to be 20 years from now. Obviously, if they win the Pac-12 Tournament, it's whatever. But like, say they lose the next game. 20 years from now, I don't know how much ASU fans are going to realize how important these two were to this program.
Yeah.
But I do think that they are ultimately going to be two of the more important people in at least the recent history of this program.
There are guys 10, 15, 20 years from now where you hear Dez and Devan Cambridge in this game specifically. You're like, oh, I remember that.
It's
I
like
remember
a fairy
that.
tale. Yeah.
Right? Like, that's what they did. They went to Vegas. They had, like, the weight of Tempe on their shoulders, pretty much. Right? You have to win these 2 games. You have to win 2, right? We talked about you have to win 2 games.
Yeah.
And that's what they did.
That's what they did.
They
And
came
did
to town, and it was, quote-unquote, business trip.
It was. And they have taken care of business so far. But
it's not finished.
Yeah, exactly. Job's not done.
No.
Shout out Dame. Job's not done.
Job done?
Job's not done.
Not Kobe?
Well, Kobe said that, but no.
Kobe did say that.
Dame said they gave me an opportunity to get in, and that's I'm here because they gave me an opportunity to get in, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, Kobe did where he was at the press conference, and he's like, "You're up to nothing.
Finished?
Why are you not
Job
smiling?"
not finished.
No, yeah, which is true, but also like
What's
getting
there to
back to
smile
the
about?
going dancing thing, like they gave us an opportunity to get in, and that's what we're gonna do, and that's what they did. I just had a moment where I realized we were going, presumably, I don't want to say it with too much certainty, but we presumably are going to get to see a one shining moment of ASU, and I'm going to cry real tears.
And you know what it's going to be.
It's going to be like the Cambridge brothers hugging or something, or it's going to be a Cambridge oop.
No, it's going to be a Dez Cambridge on the opposite foot.
Half court shot.
Half court. It doesn't have to be a game winner. It could just be one at halftime, but
No, it's going to be an Alonzo Gaffney, corner 3.
Stop it. Look,
corner 3.
With
Gaffney, I just want to say,
oh my God,
bro, I am sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm
Yes,
sorry.
you are.
Well,
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
let him finish. Let him finish.
You're welcome.
That's a crazy way to phrase it.
I was super critical. I think I was one of the most vocal critics of Alonzo Gaffney for a large part of the season, and these last few games, he has played very solid basketball.
He's provided very, very good minutes up there
yes,
for Arizona
which
State.
is what was always my problem, is where was the value? You're seeing it now.
He heard you.
At the perfect time. If you heard me, then I deserve a thank you.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, fair enough. But no.
You're not the only one, though.
Alonzo Gaffney, I apologize. You deserve all the flowers now.
People outside of the show share the same thoughts. Shared the same
No,
thoughts,
100%.
hopefully, because,
to be fair, it was fair.
Yeah.
The criticism was fair. But he has rectified his wrongs.
Do you think we're going to get locked out here?
I don't know. No, that'd be a fire violation.
Look, Arizona State with the win. We've already talked about what this means for their NCAA tournament hopes. What this does for you guys is when you go ahead and head on over to play.runyourpool.com/PHNX, it means that you can now hopefully get ready to include Arizona State in your Run Your Pool. Guys, go ahead and sign up. Don't forget to get your picks in when brackets go live. And if you're unsure what Run Your Pool actually is, guys, it's the home of competition. Okay, bringing sports fans and their friends like us together to connect and compete. Look, Run Your Pool has over 50 game types for every sport you can think of. It's a one-stop shop for sports gaming with over 2 million players. There's no better place to run your bracket to your friends, family, or office.
We got to keep ASU Swim and Dive away from this, though, because they run every pool they're in.
Oh, shit.
Dogs.
That was good. That was
Thank you.
fucking fire. I am really glad we're at this point because I made a point to you. What day did we leave? Tuesday, Wednesday? It's all a blur
We
at this point.
We literally left yesterday.
That is wild.
We
That
were
is
in
wild.
Arizona.
Holy shit, I packed my
36 hours.
Crazy. That is wild. I made a point to you that I made sure, just in case, to pack my Bad Birdie
Just in
shirt.
case we needed it.
The Bad Birdie shirt's coming out tomorrow
Yeah,
because,
you're
my
smart.
goodness,
I'm so
Arizona
smart.
State is going to need it. If you don't have Bad Birdie at this point and you are a longtime listener or viewer of the program, what are you doing? Guys, Bad Birdie, it's comfy, it's affordable, and my God, it's sexy.
It's sexy.
It's sexy.
I just wanted to say the last time that we had Bad Birdie, you weren't wearing it, but I gave you your Bad Birdie shirt, and it was in the office with us for the Dez Cambridge shot. Remember that?
You're right.
I'm just saying.
Guys,
So
go to Bad Birdie.
It's better that it's only one of us.
BadBirdieGolf.com right now. Use code PHNXBB15 for 15% off your next order at BadBirdieGolf.com. Shawn, Bad Birdie?
Get it on you.
Yes, sir. It is officially time for Aftertaste. Shane, I'm going to go ahead and start with you, buddy. What was placed ever so gently on the strongest muscle in your body?
Is it?
That was
It is.
flawless.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
by
Appreciate
like per square centimeter.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't deserve it yet because of the point total, but it's a double tequila shot. Like it's
Yeah.
you know what? It's a double tequila soda because that's what we're gonna be drinking tonight. All doubles.
I'm so excited.
I'm getting schwasty. We're gonna go find those
Game's
ponies.
not until 8:30, dog.
Yeah.
I'm getting fucked up. It tastes like the elixir of the gods. What is that? I don't know.
The elixir of the
Tequila
gods.
soda.
Yeah, double tequila soda
Yeah,
with a
double.
lime.
We're going
Um,
clean sweep, double tequila sodas across the board?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro, you give me enough double tequila sodas, I'll be riding those mechanical ponies. I'm telling you that right now.
you will also be riding in the backseat of a police car to jail.
That'd be pretty cool, though.
It would be good content, Shane and I having to bail you out.
Do we have the funds for that?
No.
What? I don't even know.
Actually, I hit that parlay
How?
today.
Why do you keep hitting me?
I hit that parlay today.
Okay, thank you. Jeez.
I hit on Arkansas today because of Shane.
Nice. I didn't win my parlay.
It was because of Shane in multiple ways because he literally gave me the 20 and I tailed him on a bet.
That is fair. That is fair. Chat, let us know what you guys are going to be drinking to go ahead and celebrate ASU's victory and potentially what you're going to be drinking as ASU plays U of A tomorrow. Before we get into that rivalry, Shane, you know what time it is.
It's time for a lyric of the game. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Whoa. That was sensual.
Thank you.
Oh, shit.
Tonight's lyric of the game comes from the King because somebody yelled at us yesterday for not using Elvis Presley because we're in Las Vegas. Song is Hound Dog. Everybody knows it, but 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time.
Oh, they're doing the thing.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Neither one of you knew the words after that.
Shawn and I had one of the craziest moments ever, which we'll get to at the end of the show. But, I mean, this team was just full of dogs tonight.
Dogs.
Just a bunch of hound dogs. I know that lyric isn't like in a negative connotation.
Yeah.
But still.
They're a bunch of dogs.
They are a bunch of dogs.
Guys, the peeps over at Illegal Pete's, they're dogs too.
True.
And nothing cures that my bracket is busted in the first round. Like some fresh limes, some tequila, and sweet agave. Guys, try out an Illegal Pete's coin, premium, or frozen marg. Stop by for happy hour. Guess what, Shawn?
What's that?
3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every single day.
I kind of got beef with Illegal Pete's for saying happy hour and then it actually being 3 full hours.
That's true. That's
A little misleading, but I'll take it.
Honestly, every hour at Illegal Pete's is a happy hour.
That's dude. Bar A and fact C. What's B? Who cares?
Well, B is happy hours, or a happy hour is like usually multiple hours.
Don't.
So you got
ruin
beef
my
with the,
thing.
You got
I
the
know.
beef with the whole restaurant
I
industry.
know. I know it is.
Okay. Well, do you want to tell the people what else you could be sipping on?
4 Peaks.
Yeah.
And we did confirm that they have 4 Peaks here.
Mike Luke
at T-Mobile.
Mike Luke also brought 4 Peaks.
What? And he hasn't offered any?
No,
No,
because
he
he's
is not.
He's kind of a snake.
He's a little bit of a snake. But they have 4 Peaks. They're actually on this balcony that we're on. If you go that way, there's a full 4 Peaks bar. So whether you're here with us in Vegas or you're back home supporting the Devs, get you some 4 Peaks.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know if you know this, St. Patty's Day is coming up.
Oh, she shined.
Ho, top of the morning to you.
Oh, my goodness.
And the best place to spend St. Patty's Day is, is 4 Peaks, A Street Pub. You can hang with your favorite degenerates.
Hello,
boys.
that is us.
And enjoy one hell of a time
It's just one hell of a time.
I was going to read the disclaimer in an Irish accent, but I feel like I probably should deliver it in plain
I feel
English.
like we're also kind of doing the delicate dance right
We are
now.
doing the delicate dance.
You're doing
We're doing the delicate dance.
Dude, you sound like fucking Winnie the Pooh.
I'm river dancing now. I'm river dancing. But as always, you must be 21 or older and enjoy
That was Winnie the Pooh. That was not Irish.
You want to hear something so random and weird?
What's that?
My dance, my thing, the thing that I was known for doing at parties in college,
monkey walk?
was jigging. I don't know why. I just started doing it, and everyone's like,
Go ahead.
I can't do it anymore.
What do you mean?
I'm pretty bad at it now. But I used to just it was good.
I feel
can't do it anymore.
I feel that I am really good at river dancing and line dancing for someone who does not know how to river dance or line dance. Like, it looks like I kind of know what I'm doing, but I really don't.
Oh, you're good at pretending?
Yeah. I'm
fair.
good at lying.
That's fair.
Okay, lovely. Let's go ahead and get into.
The Bobby Bucket!
There you go. Let's see what that bad boy
Bobby Boy!
looks
Bobby
like.
Bobby Bucket!
My goodness,
And
guys,
it's real.
I'm
It's
gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think that we would get a second Bobby face.
I did.
I was not confident that we would. I thought there was a chance, but I wasn't confident.
I was.
So before we get into that rivalry matchup that we've got, I do want to touch on Oregon and UCLA a little bit because that's going to be a little bit of a banger
That's
tomorrow.
going to be a big bit of a banger.
Well,
Well,
we don't
Oregon's,
know the,
we don't know
the health of Dante.
We don't know Dante.
Oh,
If he's out, that might be a dog walking.
A dog walking?
Yeah.
A dog walk.
No, they
forgot
wait.
about that.
They were
That
going to dog
ankle
walk, though.
injury was scary.
It
Yeah,
was scary.
it wasn't great.
Katie-esque,
Yeah, well, he's so
but
large,
he's
too.
massive,
Yes,
dude.
yeah.
And it was on a block.
Yeah, he's their best player, so that's a massive loss for them. But hopefully they can still put up a little bit
Yeah,
of fight.
hopefully it
Man.
should be a banger of a game.
I wish Wazoo would have won that game.
So do I.
Have
They were in it.
we got the lines yet? Does anybody know? Shane, can you check?
I'll
Or Shawn,
double
can you
check,
check? Let's go ahead. Talk Arizona State, U of A, because we do have part 3, Creed 3, if you will, between
I won't.
Arizona
I will
State
not.
and Arizona. We obviously know what happened the first time between these two meetings, and it wasn't pretty. But what did the Sun Devils do just a couple weeks ago? They got their marquee win that really has led this team and carried this team, I think, from a momentum perspective
For sure.
moving forward.
Can I guess?
Yeah, I was about to say, guess the
Okay.
UCLA-Oregon line.
Okay, UCLA, Oregon, probably without Dante.
I'm saying 7.5.
I'm going to go with 9.
6.
Wow.
Yep. ASU, Arizona?
Arizona, 7.
Ooh, I'm going to go Arizona 11.5.
Arizona plus 7. There you go, Shane.
Let's go. Or ASU.
Arizona State
ASU,
plus 7.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Didn't I
You
say
said Arizona
Oh, yeah.
plus 7.
Arizona State plus 7.
Yeah, we know what happened the last time these two teams played. Obviously, Destiny, the McHale Mary, whatever you want to call it, it was beautiful, and it's what sent really Arizona State into this shockwave of just dominance, I would say, over the
Wow.
last couple of weeks.
That's intense. Shockwave of dominance.
I will say they have now beaten everybody in the conference except for UCLA.
So they're due. They're due to
I would
see
say
them.
the
That's
Arizona
wild.
State Sun Devils are due.
Look,
The Arizona State Sun Devils are due.
we
beat
saw we
UCLA.
were here. We were here for the Arizona game. Arizona beat the shit out of Stanford down the stretch. I'm going to be frank.
Stanford played a good
they
game.
played
but down
well.
at the end of it, it was
It was an ass kicking.
it got a little out of hand
Yeah,
at the end.
it
but
was an ass kicking for like 5 minutes.
yeah,
at
but the rest of it was a really good game.
Kirk Risa, health in
Yes,
question as well.
shoulder,
yeah,
yeah.
and he already was a wildly inconsistent shooter, so that could be a pretty big blow for them.
When I went to go get some num-nums, when
I was with you.
we saw, or were you with me when
Yeah.
when we saw Kerr? Yeah,
Yeah.
we saw Kerr getting taped up, and he was in some pain.
Yeah, that's not great for them. But yeah, man, I don't really know what to expect for this game.
What's it going to take then to get it done? Because obviously
What they did tonight.
you're not gonna get the shot again, right? And I don't think anybody wants that. I think ASU fans want to beat this team in a way that they're like, look, you can't say, oh, you beat us on a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Right.
LTC also makes a good point. The Cats are going to have another home game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It is. This is McHale North, man. And dude, I don't want to. I'm not here to be lumping praise on U of A fans, but oh my God, they were fucking loud.
But
at the-
also annoying as all
yes.
hell.
Oh my gosh,
Very.
there were
There were
some
some people directly
Not
behind us.
very educated fans,
No.
well-educated fans.
No.
damn old people.
I also there was a fan today
Were
that
they
was.
old?
They were old,
yeah.
dude.
There was a
They were
fan-
old.
There was a fan
They
today.
were like, it was,
All right.
dude, they were screeching in my ear. Go Cats! It was so
That
bad.
voice was terrifying.
It was also spot on.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, there was a fan today that was yelling at Bobby, like, Oh,
Yeah.
he complains about every call. Yeah,
That's what
newsflash,
coaches do.
Every single coach in basketball does that.
It's called working the refs.
Bobby is just a little more energetic. Yeah, it's kind of how that works.
What do you think it's going to take to get it done?
We saw what propelled. If Ballo doesn't have the game he has today, Stanford might win that game. Ballo was absolutely dominant tonight. So it's game planning. I think. I think having a good game plan to kind of limit what they can do, him and Tubelis, because Tubelis didn't do much.
No, he didn't.
I mean, he ended with a pretty good stat sheet after, but for the most part, he wasn't a huge factor in that ASU U of A second matchup. So. Game planning. You just got to come out firing, and again, we love that it's back to back 3 games in a row at the same time, at the same exact time.
The A-10 takes a day off. They take tomorrow off.
The A-10 is in the Conference of Champions.
I know, but
where
it's a
Enoch
weird move.
Boachi is a what is he? What did he
He's
call
one
him?
of the cornerstones, I think,
of the Conference of Champions.
Yeah,
that is.
Can somebody in the
Beli.
chat who told you
Damon.
that? Okay, can somebody in the chat explain what he meant by that, or what
The context?
Why he said that?
I feel rather confident that there was none.
Yeah, I bet he just came up on the screen and he goes, Enoch Boachi, a cornerstone in the Conference of Champions.
Yeah, absolutely. That was spot on. By the
He
way.
also said, my favorite color is rainbow, and then he goes, it's also my favorite flavor. And Pash is like, and we're gonna inbound the ball.
Dave Pash is the greatest person
Look,
on the planet.
there's another element to this Arizona State U of A rivalry game tomorrow. We've talked, I think, at length about Arizona State now punching their ticket to be in the NCAA tournament. By in the NCAA tournament, we mean this team has to go to Dayton and win another game.
Yeah, we know what happened the last time.
To be a part of the madness and the fun, right? We do know what happened the last time. You beat Arizona tomorrow, you bypass Dayton, you're in the tournament for real.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think
I don't know 100. I don't know 100%.
I think
That's
if you that
two
is
wins over Arizona, you would be in the conference championship.
it's another quad 1 win on a neutral site.
I feel like pretty confident that they would.
How many teams?
Be
This is.
secure.
I mean, just think of how many of those teams that are the last 4 in are getting quad 1 wins right
Guys,
now.
also, I know Lenardi just put them in the first 4 in, or the last 4 in. I know that just happened. They might be past that. Like they
might be, but I'm just saying from
as I said yesterday, like Oregon State might have put them in. I know it's probably not, but
No,
Yeah,
you're right.
Lunardi-
You're right.
Lunardi is-
a lot of teams you needed to lose today lost.
Yeah,
Nevada
Nevada.
lost against San Jose State in overtime.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State lost. Thank
Texas,
God.
yep.
Who else lost?
Ohio State won.
Ohio State won, but that doesn't matter. Ohio State's 12-22.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other one. Yeah, but they got help. I think if
I
you
think
beat
Mississippi State.
I think. I mean, they don't. Bobby doesn't fucking. Bobby wants to go win. But at this point, everybody is in that locker room is saying, "Fuck the NCAA tournament. Let's go win the Pac-12."
Because I don't think they're looking at it like we are, right? Like because
no, we're looking. I feel like we're zoomed out here.
They're trying to win. They want to win every single game, and I also don't think they don't want to be like on the fence, right? They are trying to win a Pac-12 championship, so none of that shit matters. Like,
yeah, Penn State squeaked out a win against Illinois.
Okay.
That sucked.
that does suck, but we got some help regardless.
You got a lot of help today.
But
I think 3 or 4 teams that you needed to lose lost.
yeah.
And aside from all that, you did yourself a massive favor by winning, by
massive.
simply winning. And that's the same thing tomorrow, right? All the teams around the country that you talk about, oh, they had a big win or this team lost. You can make all that irrelevant if you just go win.
Don't need help if you
just
help
go
yourself.
win.
Yeah.
You get another quad 1 win at a neutral site, and then guess what? Then you have the opportunity to potentially, if UCLA goes and beats Oregon, which we think is going to happen, then guess what? You have the potential to go get another quad 1 win and punch your ticket right away by getting the conference bid.
I'm pretty sure this was a quad 1 win too.
Yeah, it should be.
Neutral site.
Neutral site against a team that is slated to be in the NCAA tournament, the 3rd best team in the Pac-12. Guys, ASU beats USC T-Mobile Arena, round 2 of the 2023 Pac-12 tournament, 77-72. If you enjoyed the content, go ahead and give us a follow at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You can follow my man to my left at Shane D. You can follow Shawn to pause at Shawn_to-pause.
Dancing as always, baby.
And we will see you guys tomorrow for a post-game show, but that's not all the content that we got. So go ahead and be on the lookout on Twitter, on YouTube. Enjoy the rest of your guys' night, and by enjoy, I mean celebrate this dub because the boys got it done.
Let us know if you're out.
Peace.
Come hang.